Guten Tag, everybody. The problem with comic books is they are eating themselves. Now, what the hell does that mean? Basically, it means they are cannibalizing themselves. I should have had a picture of Jeffrey Dahmer there, but I wasn't smart enough to do that. Our biggest problem with comic books today is not SJWs. No, who cares about those people? Let them have their own pocket universe. Let them do whatever they want. Let them have fun. We need diverse stories to get more interest into comic books. But it is not. It is bad. Bad comic books. This is something. But what's even worse than bad comic books? The same characters getting the same stories over and over and over again. Buddy, it is time. It is time to put up the trenches or vastly change. Vastly change. So the reason I thought about this is because of the difference between the absolute and the ultimate universe. If you don't know what they are basically alternate realities for DC and Marvel. And I read most of these titles. I read none. I read one. I read Spider-Man, but that's because I'm a nerd and I love Spider-Man. He is the best, although I'm about to make a video on why I miss the old Spider-Man. But that being said, why this is better than this is simply because of change. These are so close to the original story. This is nothing interesting. These are genre bending takes on the characters. This is playing it safe. And when you play it safe and you keep telling the same stories that are so closely related to the other ones that we've heard so many times, nobody wants to hear it anymore. Spider-Man only was successful because he was different. When he was a first teenager superhero, okay, he was nerdy, he has problems, he was just like us. And when they're not like us, we don't like them as much. This works because of shock. This doesn't work because of familiarity. Basically, what comic books need to do, in my opinion, is create new IP. I know that sounds very simple, but it's true. Create new things for different demographics and tap into the actual cultural zeitgeist while also tapping into nostalgia. Also introduce these characters in books that are already established. Don't just launch a new character. Introduce them. This is what happened with Spider-Man, with Ant-Man, with a lot of the characters we know today. They were introduced in a bigger title and then given in. I would love to see Marvel or DC do like anthologies again. I want amazing fantasy. Even if it doesn't sell well, put it out as a digital exclusive to test new characters and new stories and new writers. Because of this is just one problem. You ever been at a bar and your friend's talking to you and you realize he said this story 7 times to you? You're tuning out. You're not going to listen anymore. You are going to be dead. You're going to be thinking about, I don't know, fucking boobs or something, or penises. That's a weird penis. But you get the point. The more you hear the same story, the more it tunes out and you start to ignore it. It's actually psychologically based on familiarity. I don't have the study up, but the more you see the same thing in the same way, you listen to it less. Unless I wish it went all the way over there, unless it is drastically different, because it's not the same anymore. It is completely different. It is a different take. It is a different mythology. It is interesting. It is new. It's exciting versus boring. I guess at the simple core of it, it is boring versus good. Editing Elijah here once again. I just want to say it is also comics kind of eat themselves in the way of where they reference themselves and they don't expand or take inspiration from other places. I don't remember if I say that in this video, but I just want to emphasize how we do not take inspiration from outside of comic books in the comic book industry. We just keep making the same comic books, and it's the same problem. It's not interesting. It's not new. Take inspiration, take trends, but turn them into your own content.
And that is the best way to do it. It is the best way to reach a mass audience, and that's another problem. We are only focusing on people who like comic books. We're not focusing on readers. My comic books that I have, at a small scale, I have put them on sites like Goodreads, and I had people say things like, I've never read a comic book before, but this got me into it. So people don't know how wonderful comic books are because we don't give them the chance. We don't put it in front of their face. We don't show up to where they are. So, yeah. Okay, back to the video.
Make new stories, introduce new characters, give new creators a chance. Whatever you do, if you're watching this video, don't go read my comic books on the first link in my description. Don't visit heycomics.com with two Y's. I mean, just don't do it. I make the worst books on the internet. That's the problem with comic books. They're eating themselves. All right, can't wait to hear what you have to say in the comment section. Goodbye. See ya. Get out of here. Go away now.